find this 1992 edition.
The Ladies of Melrose Place.
I don't know if that existed.
No, I was trying to think of something like what, like
Here are your favorite ladies of Friends.
no, that's
naked.
94. Ugh.
Didn't it start in the 90s?
Yeah, but 94.
Okay.
That's why I was trying to think of something that was on 92.
Okay. Melrose Place, sure. Party of Five.
Yeah, I think they're all the same time.
Okay.
Beverly Hills 90210.
Beverly Hills Ninja. It's got a
Then
couple
that's
of
just-
Playgirls in there.
it's
With
just Chris
Farley. He's like, you know,
It's just the Chippendales dancer.
the mothers to Mr. Banks. You know, it took me a while, but I got around. I'm okay with these bloody pictures of girls that he's keeping.
I don't like this, Matthew.
But Chris Farley naked is where I draw the line. Like these.
I think it's where everybody draws the line. And he drew a line of cocaine.
The drug of choice in 1992 for 12-year-olds in Pitt's Landing.
It's the pits. Okay, let's finish this up.
Okay, so Spidey stole the camera, like I said, not knowing that his partner placed a curse on it. So
Now here's what happens.
Are you questioning if scientists can also place curses?
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's already a magic camera.
Yeah.
Why is it has to be a curse? Like it's.
Well, because it probably just told the future, and now it does evil
okay.
things.
Yeah.
So he's also a sorcerer, Fritz's partner.
Are we gonna cue the theme song from William Friedkin's film Sorcerer?
We are not.
Okay. It's Tangerine Dream. It's a pretty bitchin' soundtrack.
Spidey says now that they can never leave because they know too much, because he told them too much. I shouldn't have said all that. Now I have to keep you here forever. But I have Hungry Man meals.
To which I wrote, is this a prequel to Room?
It may be, only it's a different author.
Yeah.
So probably not. But you know what? There's a lot they can do in that basement. There's so many activities they can do. Sure,
there are bunk beds, so there's plenty of room.
There's a tickle trunk, like I mentioned already. There's feathered boas.
A lot of Hungry Man meals.
A lot of Hungry Man meals.
Well, then they're set.
They're gonna get along just fine. But Sherry likes her home, and so she wrestles Spidey for the camera. It goes off, and they all make a run for it, not knowing whose picture it took. But we assume later, when we hear Spidey's cries of anguish, that it was probably a photo of him.
Yeah.
Because then there's silence. Spidey doesn't chase after them. They run away.
He's fucking dead.
Well, his body crumples to a heap on the floor.
It's very it's like, oh, okay, by the way, he's fucking dead now. You just killed a man.
Cries of anguish.
Yeah, he was in pain.
And now just a crumpled heap of bones on the floor.
Yeah.
Probably flesh still attached.
Well, not if the cover's any indication.
No. 2 days later now, Joey and
Who the hell's...
Mickey.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They are the heavy metal bullies. They have names.
No.
They enter into this basement, and because they watch
Stupid fuck.
They were spying.
They think you can hide the camera from us?
This is a big deal for them, like a Polaroid camera going around town. Everybody gets a piece of that. Never-ending film, Nick. Never-ending.
Well, there's no counter, and it's magic. So
Exactly. They take that camera. They take it. They take a picture of themselves. A click, a flash, a whirring sound, and then they huddle around it to see what develops.
What develops, Matthew?
Do we ever find out?
We don't.
Maybe
in the sequel. I don't know.
We imagine they die.
I mean,
because if things are constantly escalating, and now is it that things escalate independently of the individual they're taking a picture of?
I think
or
it's
if you
like,
get your picture taken too many times, you're gonna.
I think it's like a genie thing,
yeah?
Where it's like these are newcomers, so it resets.
Oh, so they're just gonna get like no dessert for supper?
I mean, probably something a bit more sinister, but
a hangnail.
Yes.
Okay, so they're gonna get a hangnail. They probably won't learn the lesson. Eventually, one of them will get a flesh-eating virus. What do you rate this book, Nick?
Well, I'm gonna go in my final thoughts, and
sure.
I'll read what I've written and prepared.
Okay.
This gets off to a slow start, and in parentheses, I'm sensing a pattern here, because it seems that all of them have started off pretty slowly, except for Stay Out of the Basement, which I think. Okay, and it isn't until the end that any of the main characters become likable, and really only Greg. And, overall it was okay. Like, I think Stay Out of the Basement is the gold standard on which we're gonna judge all the books on right now until we find a better one.
So far.
Like, so that's why, like, I'm comparing it to Stay Out of the Basement in that it's... Like, that one starts off, it hits the ground running. And, like, it's really... I think he's still trying to find his groove, and I think this one is more like Monster Blood and Welcome to Dead House than Stay Out of the Basement. I imagine that once he figures, he gets into his groove. He's the fourth book out of, like, 62.
Yeah.
Like, he'll get there.
Yeah. I think it really hits its peak around, like, the 30s. For me, those are my favorites.
Well, I think that's a little late.
I don't think it takes him that long, but I'm just saying, those are my favorites.
But, like, it's just, I'm not saying he's not a good writer at this point. I mean, he's been writing books for, like, decades at this point. But with this particular series, he's still trying to find his groove.
Yeah, like how scary is too scary, how funny doesn't want to make it, what can kids handle?
Right. And so, yeah, this one has a good idea. It's a classic Twilight Zone-esque thing, which you mentioned. It's, pretty much ripped off of one episode in particular.
But fresh content. Within the
he
realm.
takes the idea, does the story, but, puts his own spin on it, which, at the end of the day, is all anyone ever does with anything, which, Yeah, if it weren't for the unlikable characters, it'd be pretty top-notch. Like, if the characters were different, if they weren't all trying to be stand-ups.
Yeah, that's the thing, is, like, there are too many comedians, and even...
Like, they all just, like, they all felt like one character. It's like he didn't give each one their own voice.
And at the very beginning, they did specify how Greg wanted to be wild and crazy and just untamed, like a stallion, out there running free. I'm adding a little bit of my own writing to his character, but they never really touched on that. Like, he remained the sensible one.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been interesting if there was a little more character development in his character. Sherry,
she didn't really, like, she started out...
Yeah.
Like, being kind of mean, like the Lucy of the gang. For going with Peanuts. Like, she was like Lucy, and then, like, by the end, she was like, yeah, I've mellowed out. Yeah.
I don't see the four of them remaining a tight-knit group of friends. I feel like probably Greg and Sherry will remain, because they share
have that special bond.
Experience. Yeah. But... me, at the end, we don't even hear about Bert or Michael. Michael was barely in this book. He sprained his ankle, and he was kind of...
He's kind of like the other gang of Droogs in Clockwork Orange, like, not Georgie and Dim.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a good...
Just Pete, like, he just goes off to the side, like, oh, what up, guys?
Yeah, so it's... Every time you take a photo, that was, like, the spotlight of this. It was just, what is the new photo they're going to take? And I felt like it did distract from... the bigger picture.
Yeah,
not
like
to make
if
a pun
there were
on
any
that.
if there were any potatoes left.
Yeah. But as a kid, I found this horrific because just knowing you'd want to take a picture to see what's going to happen to you, but then you're not sure. Am I causing the bad thing to happen? Yeah, it's scary. It's a scary idea, especially having this old man ransack your room.
Yeah.
Looking for it. The idea that you can't say anything to anybody because they won't believe it.
Mm-hmm. And nobody does believe him, even when he does say it.
Yeah.
I think it's everything I mentioned before. It's like it is written in the third person, so it is a different style, and I'm not too crazy about that. This kind of style. Like, was Stay Out of the Basement third person?
I think so.
Yeah, and I mean, that worked, and I don't know why it wasn't working here. Maybe, for all the reasons we just said. But, I thought it was, for all of its, quote-unquote faults, it's pretty good, pretty decent.
Yeah, I gave it a pretty high rating.
I gave it 3.5 G-splats.
And I gave it 4 G-splats.
I mean, so yeah, we're pretty much in agreement.
Interesting story, kind of kept me, at least as a child, kept me very
See, I read
engaged.
it for the first time.
There we go. I like that. I wonder if Say Cheese and Die again is going to hold my interest as much. I mean, they have to up the game, right? They can't start off. I feel like Say Cheese and Die Again is going to start off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because we already know what the camera can do. I mean, we'll have the obvious, the chapter of, whoa, what's this? And, be kind of the same thing. But, once, it won't spend as much time on it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, do you have anything else you want to say about this?
No, not really. I mean, I like I said, despite what the impression might have been throughout this episode, I definitely enjoyed the book. I think it was great fun, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Enjoyed the book. Hated most of the characters.
yeah.
Kind of want to know what went on in the woods behind Sherry's
you know
house.
what? I'm good.
If you want to join the GBC...
The what now?
The GBC, Nick. Do you not know what the GBC is? The Goosebumps Book Club.
Oh.
The unofficial one. Our Goosebumps
We
Book
have
Club.
an unofficial Goosebumps club?
Well, it's our
Why
book
is this
club.
the first time hearing about it?
You just don't want it. You only hear what you want to hear, Nick. If you want to read along with us, do it.
Yeah.
I say.
Just do it.
Yeah, reading is a scream, right?
Don't get us sued by Scholastic.
They're still holding on to that. Like,
Yes.
It's like, that's ours. We haven't used it in 20 years, but it's still a scream. Oh, God. Send us your thoughts.
Yeah, let us know what you thought of the books or any of the past episodes.
Read along.
Well,
Grab your copy. You won't get Brandon Strudenmeyer's book anymore. I've got it. It's mine. Brandon, if you want it back.
if you're listening,
What a cosmic
Like
turn
and
of
subscribe.
events. Yeah, do it. But, Brandon, if you want that book back, it's going to cost you.
wow, I mean, no, why would you give it back? You got it fair and square.
I want to turn a profit on it.
Oh, okay.
Send your thoughts to wegotgoosebumps@gmail.com. And Nick, you want to give us a little taste of what we got coming up on our next episode?
I sure do. Something dead has been here. The curse of the mummy's tomb. What will wake the dead? So until next time,
I'm Matt.
and I'm Nick,
And we got goosebumps. Oh, Nick, we have to check out that Polaroid.
Oh, yes, we took the Polaroid at the beginning of the episode, and let's see what has developed.
Well, Nick, super overexposed.
Wow, that's not good. Yeah, I mean, this...
Horrifying. Maybe this means we're gonna, get a lot of bleach on our skin.
We're just gonna stay inside from now, for the next 2 years, and not be exposed to any natural light.